Welcome to the Greenway Outdoors Podcast, your trusted source for outdoor information and entertainment. The Greenway Outdoors is also an internationally syndicated TV show and conservation advocate aimed at bringing millennials and Generation Z into the outdoors. Welcome to the Greenway Outdoors.
Hello and welcome to episode 53 of the Greenway Outdoors Podcast. I'm Kyle.
I'm Jeff.
I'm AJ.
I'm Ryan.
And we have two guests in here today with us. We have Carolyn and Kristi. Ladies, can you tell us who you are, where you're from, and what your titles are?
Sure. I'm Kristi Tatro from Cincinnati, Ohio. I work for American Heritage Girls. I'm the National Director of Girl Impact, handle many things, oversee the program department, which handles all the curriculum, all the fun things the girls in our program get to participate in to earn badges and patches and all different experiences. I also handle all our strategic partnerships, alliances.
With weirdos like us.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah. Yes. Love making connections.
That's awesome. Carolyn, tell us about you.
Yeah. Well, I'm Carolyn Moore, and I've been with American Heritage Girls since the beginning, and I'm currently serving as a ward specialist. So I oversee that girls get level awards for each level that they participate in, and also our highest award is the Stars and Stripes Award.
Okay.
So I oversee that.
Okay.
So
Now, the American Heritage Girls, you mentioned that you were with them since the beginning. How
Yeah.
long have they been around?
we're getting ready to celebrate our 25th year.
Wow, so
Nice.
you started when you were 4?
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
Jeff's always
Yeah.
flirting with our guests.
That's
You know,
okay.
She is single.
dropping hints. Okay, so you guys have been around 25 years. Tell us about the American Heritage Girls. Obviously, it's a program where girls are able to, as you mentioned, earn different levels and things like that. But I want to hear more about what the American Heritage Girls is, how it's different than any other program, and why you guys are so passionate about it.
I'll let you take it, girl.
All right. Well, American Heritage Girls is a character building program for girls,
Okay.
5 to 18. That's our little elevator speech.
Sure.
So we do that through 6 program emphases. So the girls there's supposed to be fun-filled activities through the troop setting.
Mm-hmm.
And so those 6 areas of activity helps develop girls' character.
Okay.
So that's kind of the basic gist of the program.
Okay.
Um,
Now, there's a lot of other programs out there.
Right.
Not really a lot. There's pretty much 2 or 3 main ones that
Yeah.
everyone kind of knows about. You guys came at a time 25 years ago when things were starting to change in that arena. So I grew up in the Boy Scouts. I was all the way up to a Weeblo, and you were...
One above that.
Yeah, 1 year
that
past.
was-
He tried to go on without me and couldn't do it. It's just how it works. But how would you guys say? Obviously, it sounds like you guys have programs. One of the things that drew me to you guys was your faith-based curriculum, and also your love for the outdoors and kind of
Right.
teaching girls to really be girls. Now, American Heritage Girls is a girls-only program.
correct.
And your counterpart would be Trail Life, which would be a boys-only program, which this day and age has kind of been argued about recently, whether that's the right way to do it. I stand on the side that I think it is. I think that I remember, and I won't dawn on this topic, but I remember being a kid, and I remember right now, okay? So even then and even now, when there's a group of guys together, the 4 of us travel the world together, it's different as soon as you throw a female into the mix, right? And when you're a kid, it's even more,
Right.
even more so as far as like how the boys act, how the activities are, what they participate in, what they're willing to participate in, whether they're trying to look cool or whether they're just trying to have fun, whether they'll take in a lesson, whether they won't. You throw a female into the mix with a group of little boys, it's different. And I would assume, never been a girl, but I would assume it's probably the same thing with them. And I, for one, think it's fantastic that you guys keep them separate. That's always the plan, I assume?
That's the plan.
Yeah.
There's a lot of studies that show the benefits of an all-girl program and an all-boy program. Can't pull those statistics right out of the back of my
Yeah.
pocket, but we're seeing the benefits of it. And if you were to ask our girls what they enjoy most about the program, it's making friends.
Okay.
It's faith, service, and fun stands out, and they have the most fun in that all-girl environment. And when you can get them outside they enjoy that even more. So we ask girls what their favorite things are. It's making friends and getting outside and going camping.
So with a program like this, another thing too, we used to sell popcorn when we were kids, and I know there's groups that sell cookies. It's pretty well known. How do you guys raise money, and how does that work as far as like, because I think, listen, everything in life is sales, right? Your entire life is sales. Doing this podcast is a form of sales. Going into meeting, the people that work at McDonald's are in sales. I got an oil change today, and I probably met the most charismatic young guy I've ever met in my entire life. And he ended up, he's following us on Instagram now. He loves the show. He's going to watch it. But like the nicest guy ever. And he's in sales. And he was talking about the fact that he was in college. He's like, I'm a broke college student right now. I'm like, you will have no trouble in life, because he can sell. And I always thought that selling was such an important part. And that was one of the good fundamental things that we did learn in Scouts. So do you guys have a program like that where the girls are able to sell to raise money, and how does that work?
So AHG never wanted to be known for a product. So
Okay.
like some of our counterparts are known for a product or products. So we do a lot of vetting for our troops to provide them the best, like a preferred vendor or preferred fundraising vendor, and share that company with our troops so that they know that we've done all the legwork for you. These are trusted companies that you can go out, sell the popcorn or the nuts or trying to think of some of the other ones. Coffee is one. So a lot of troops
You guys
vet
have
on their own.
flashlights too, don't you?
We were starting to work with another company that might become a preferred fundraising vendor in the next program year, but we tried to provide them a list of solid companies that we trust, that our troops can trust, so they can earn money for their troop. We let the troop to be chartered by churches and parachurches. They own their troops, so the troops can decide what fundraising they want to do for their year. And then we don't dictate that at all. We don't
So
provide
there's
a certain product.
more relaxed.
Yep.
It's not
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
assume that would work better because in some areas, some things might
Right.
sell better than others.
Exactly.
And the
Right.
skills you develop trying to work on
Different.
as a kid, learning those skills of, what's going to work in our area? What are we going to do this year to be better? That seems like a really good lesson for some young kids to learn.
And it's exciting to let older girls pick what they want to do, or to get the girls around the table and say, okay, our next program year is coming up. What do you want to do? Do you want to sell bread? Do you want to sell pies? Do you want to sell, how are we going to earn money this year for camp or for that big AHG convention? And how will we get the best return on our efforts? So usually most troops do about 2 to 3 fundraisers a year, and they can decide. It's totally up to them. We give them a lot of freedom. But if they want some solid organizations to work with, we provide that for them.
Nice. We, it's almost like they're making like a business strategy meeting. I mean, it's no different than what we do when we sit down and plan an episode or plan, a sponsor relationship or anything like that. So it's kind of those life skills that's like another step of it versus
Right.
here's your card, go ask people to buy this.
We provide a lot of great resources for our troops, but we let our troop leaders out there, they're amazing. They're amazing volunteers, and they're perfectly capable of running really awesome troops.
Right.
So we just provide great resources, ways for them to get connected with organizations that might have a great fundraising opportunity, and then let them go at it. And they sometimes give us information about great fundraisers that are out there that we can maybe shoot out to the entire nation,
Yeah.
let them know about.
Oh, cool.
Right. So with that, what kind of activities as far as like the different things that they have, and talk to me about how they're earning different, like we used to earn badges and things like that. So how are they earning these awards or levels, as you said? How does that work inside these troops?
Well, they have the option. So one of the program emphases is life skills, and it's badges.
Okay.
So there's 6 frontiers of skills. So we have about 75, 80 badges. So, and they're age specific.
Okay.
So, like for instance, cooking, you can earn the cooking badge at all 5 levels.
Okay.
So potentially you could master a skill
Right.
from early age all the way up to high school.
Okay.
If there's an interest,
Yeah.
to further that. So they have the opportunity to develop their skill through badges.
Okay.
They get activity patches from events that the troop or areas provide.
Sure.
Like roller skating. Girls are very social and they like a lot of activities. And then they have the ability to earn a level award. And the level award is designed to give them that well-rounded look. So it touches on service, it touches on faith, all 6 parts: service, faith, leadership.
We pride ourselves on just
Yeah.
being a really well-balanced program, not
Yeah.
pushing girls into one specific
Right.
thing. So we want them to grow in their faith. We want them to grow in their leadership, grow in their outdoor skills, grow in life skills. And that's like all our badges and
Yeah.
everything from sewing to cooking to geology, all those sorts of things. And then grow in their social and emotional areas. That's super important because at the end of the day, our product is building a woman of integrity. That's the product we want. When the girl graduates out of AHG, we want them to just be a woman of integrity.
Morally and ethically sound.
ethically.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd have to imagine all these programs for the girls once they get to be 15, 16, 17, 18, that if they've done that their entire life, that's had to have helped them kind of decide their life route. I mean, because a lot of kids go into college not knowing and not having all those activities to do. Do you see that? That
Yeah,
it helps
we
them
have a
decide what they
lot
want to
of-
do?
We're now seeing and hearing a lot more from our alumni, and they're all over the place and with amazing careers. Some are missionaries, some are in education, science-based. I have a daughter who's a geophysicist in the volcanic observatory in Hawaii, and that's all because of that crazy geology patch that
We
we,
were-
introduced her to.
We were just
So,
there, actually.
yeah,
we
yeah.
talked to a lot of people. They were
Yeah.
the difficulties of installing that so that they could actually do that stuff was
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
just
it was on certain lands or something like that. That was.
That was an observatory.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
but the,
Telescope.
Those are the
telescope.
telescopes.
oh, I'm thinking
Yeah.
of the wrong thing. You're right.
Yeah.
Well, no.
That's another
although you put anything
conversation.
there, yeah, that's an interesting one in itself. So, what are some like? Do you have any of like your favorite success stories besides that one that like they learned something in this, in this troop, and then they went on from there?
so many. Gosh, we've got girls that are nuns and
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I hope that this summer that some of them will be, we're trying to reach out more to alumni
Okay.
to see those stories.
Yeah.
Hear those stories.
there was
you
a
know.
girl that I think it was the aviation badge that she fell in love with, and she had a passion for mission work. So now she is a pilot, right?
Yeah.
With
That's awesome.
a mission group, and I think she's I don't know if it's Africa.
I think it is
Okay.
Africa.
What
Yeah.
what does the aviation badge consist of? Like, because I used to
Everything
fly.
but flying a
Yeah.
plane.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So
You
like
know?
learning the fundamentals of what it
Yes.
is and
Yeah.
Yep.
okay, so like a lot of ground school type stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's,
is
you know, a lot of the badges are just touching on things,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and they're age appropriate.
Get an understanding of like, hey, this is the outline of a path that you can take in your
Yeah.
life, basically.
So-
Absolutely.
Out of curiosity, you brought up the cooking badge, and there's beginner to expert, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what would be considered beginner and what would be considered expert for that?
Oh, you're testing my memory.
Yeah.
So
Or would it depend on the girl?
Well, so
there's specific requirements.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're 6 or 7, you know, that would look different. It might be learning to make a snack,
Okay.
or you know, the different food groups and things like that. But by the time you're in high school, you'd be doing like a
main meal for
full
the entire
meal.
family.
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
being able to plan a week's worth of meals,
Tiramisu.
grocery shop, yeah,
Okay.
make some
It's an important skill to know.
tiramisu.
The requirements are basically age,
Right.
Yeah.
appropriate.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it expands farther than just cooking. It's
Yeah.
being able to plan around all of
Yeah.
it.
The program builds upon itself.
Right.
And
Okay.
it progresses.
So, like, if you're doing archery, you would just have very basic skills when you're younger, and then you expand and grow on it.
Right.
Okay.
That's one of the alumni we have. She's
Yeah, that's right.
she is an
Olympian?
archery champion out west. She just graduated, and she's gonna try out for the Olympics.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
She's
That's
from
pretty cool.
Seattle.
That's pretty
So,
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
What kind of outdoor program? I'm just genuinely interested in that. My 7-year-old niece, they're starting a troop. Her name's Lily, and she's actually been on our show before. Season 3, the ice fishing episode. And one of them, she was out catching fish with her little friend. They were both 6 years old. That was awesome.
Adorable.
They did good. I feel like they would have been like level 2 fishing for sure.
Yeah.
And-
They punched their own hole. They brought their
saw
own
that
fish
on
out
the video.
through that hole.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
yeah,
That
they
is
did.
cool.
They did pretty
Yeah.
good.
They were
But
so excited.
so they're starting a troop, so Lily can be a part of the American Heritage Girls too. What kind of outdoor activities can she expect to to deal with as far as like the badges? Like what kind of outdoor stuff do you guys
Sky's the limit.
Oh, we got so many badges, outdoor stuff, and really troops kind of determine what they want to do at the troop level. But then also, what's really great is we have probably close to 20 HG summer camps across, and that's like typically resident camps. And so they'll be all different.
Kind
and
of
so
outdoor
girls
activities.
can go to any of those. They're all run by volunteers. We don't own camps, but there's just so many
They're like
camps out
AHG
there.
certified camps
Yeah.
that you guys.
Yeah. So, yeah, sky's the limit what they want to do. Now, I know here in Detroit that your guest coming on next, Camp BFF
Yeah.
is what they've done here.
Okay. Camp
And-
BFF.
Yeah, your best friend.
Yep.
You
Oh,
know.
okay.
Yeah.
So it's they do a lot of outdoor
Okay.
things. So it we have camping, we have a lot of outdoor skills.
Right.
Rowing.
We have shooting sports,
sports.
Nice.
archery. We have hiking. We have
We should have brought the
I know.
handbook.
Now you're testing.
I know I'm drilling you. I'm sorry.
You're drilling
We'll send
me.
you one.
That's good. That's good.
That's a lot.
Well, that's stuff Lily will like. I'm
Yeah.
excited for her for that.
Yeah.
How many members are in the American Heritage Girls currently?
We have roughly 49,000 members.
Okay.
Oh.
1,200 troops in all 50 states. And then,
There's one in Hawaii. We missed it.
yeah, we've
Yeah.
got troops in 17 countries with our Trailblazer
Oh, they're in-
program.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. So if girls are in like a missionary situation or military,
Yeah.
they
Oh.
can participate.
It's like the Boy Scouts have it called Lone Scout program. So it's an independent scout like program that their parents can work with them at. But oftentimes what happens is we have a pretty good congregant of groups of trailblazers in Germany because there's a big army base there.
Okay.
So oftentimes they do things together. They'll find
Nice.
each other and then they'll do things
Okay,
together. So
that's
the
cool.
girls get a little socialization.
They have like that relationship because of-
Yeah.
through your program. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
We've
Yeah.
got some girls that are in some pretty remote areas here in the U.S. where they can't make it to like a troop.
Yeah.
Sure.
It might take 2 hours to get there, and that's not
Oh,
going to
yeah.
work. So they'll be part of the Trailblazer program.
Okay.
Shoot, I forgot what I was just about to ask.
Uh-oh. Good thing it's not live, but we're still recording. The that you were going to ask if the Trailblazer program is all affiliated with the Sportsman Alliance.
Yeah, it was something like that.
No,
No, but you guys do work with
we
the
do work
Sportsman
with
Alliance.
sportsmen.
Yeah,
Yep.
we do as well.
Great supporters of us, and we love what they do.
Yeah, the Sportsman Alliance, basically, for those of you who don't know, is an excellent nonprofit that you can join and donate to. They're a 501c3, and basically, they are the ones that defend your hunting and fishing rights and trapping rights. So if you feel like, if, for instance, when the governor of New Jersey, right?
Yep.
New Jersey banned bear hunting for no apparent reason on public lands. They're the ones that go in and fight for you to make sure that you have those rights and protect you. So they're an excellent organization to be a part of. They also have a Trailblazer program where they teach kids basically a hunter safety course, but it's not just the basic run-of-the-mill hunter safety course where it's like you just take half of it online and you don't care. It's like 7 days over a 7-week period of training, teaching you all kinds of life skills, everything you could need to know about hunting and fishing, preparing, trapping, everything for it. So they're actually ready to go out and use the skill sets. Whereas the normal hunter safety program are like, hey, don't shoot your friend. So it's kind of cool that they go that detailed and do that. And I know they're big, supporters of you guys as well for obvious reasons. I had a question for you. Speaking of the Sportsman Alliance, they deal a lot with, laws and things like that and protecting us that way. When it comes to politics, do you guys tend to stay out of it or do you guys weigh in on it?
We usually stay out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably, for retention,
No,
it's probably pretty smart.
Yeah. We're a 501c3, so we
You got to be careful.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I was just curious because
Are you
pray
baiting?
for-
Are you baiting over there?
I'm a little. I mean,
We
it's-
pray for our leaders.
Yeah,
We definitely pray for our leaders. We pray every single day at our
Sure.
offices in Cincinnati. 9:15 every single day. We pray, lift up our alliances. We lift up our leaders. We lift up our girls and troops send in prayer requests. So we stay out of the political arena.
sure,
But,
sure. Yeah, it's always interesting to see how they weigh in. I know the Sportsman Alliance does quite often, so I was just curious if you guys did too.
I remembered what I was going to say.
Oh,
So you guys,
He's like, don't you hate Kyle's shirt?
And I'm
That was
edge of
it?
my seat, so I'm super
That was your
excited.
build
I was
up.
super disappointed you all weren't wearing green.
Yeah,
so,
I did.
kidding.
Jeffrey did too, but that's
you know
another
his last
shirt.
name's Green, right?
Yeah.
That's the only color he'll wear
Yeah.
every single day. He's like a cartoon
It's
character.
either
not
that
true.
or he has this like janitor outfit that he wears. That's the only thing that's green that he wears.
I wore the coolest outfit you ever saw one
Coolest.
time on an episode, and Jeff dressed like Old Man River over there made fun of my outfit. So, yeah.
Coming from Baby Shark, I don't know if that's really.
I'm
like
thinking it's more
mine.
like I'm thinking it's more like LL Bean. you
Jeffrey
know,
told me,
Same thing.
It's an outdoor.
outdoors.
Yeah.
them
yeah,
alive.
Maine.
He told me the other day that I look like my hair looks like I'm Groot.
or
Oh.
Because it's off to one side.
I can see it.
or the
At least
back-
mine's there,
Since this isn't live, I think they should try to morph that into the
like
you
the
know.
wood.
yeah,
close.
like
Yeah.
or the back of a duck's butt.
You know what's listen here, curls.
Nice.
The funny thing is like that Jeff would make fun of anyone's hair. You know what I mean? Like the nerve. You know
The
when
funny
it's
thing
thin
is
and like
that's all he's
that.
got.
It's
That's his go-to job.
all I need.
That's all I need.
It's all I
this
need.
is the brotherly.
Yes.
The
Ryan,
last 10 minutes, they just roasted.
what were you gonna say, Ryan?
So you guys started about almost 25 years ago, and you're in all 50 states.
We covered that.
Yes.
Good.
He's been listening.
How, when you guys were first getting started, like, how did you expand to that level? Like,
That's
what,
a good question.
how do you get that big? Because that's
Well,
impressive.
Yeah. So in the very beginning, we had about 100 girls. So we really started really for our daughters. We wanted something that complemented our values. Many of us came from the Girl Scouts, and we weren't happy with what was going on. In 1992, they made God an option in their oaths. It's a little asterisk, so you could substitute it for whatever spiritual being you wanted. So that was very disturbing to us, and then we uncovered a lot of other things that we were not happy about. So it was a concerted effort by a small group of families, and with Patty Garibay, our executive director and founder, who really said, you know, we tried to fight the system for a couple of years and get it more of a conservative
Yeah,
voice,
fix what
but
was there.
what we realized was that it wasn't a local issue, this was a national issue. So we just felt like at that point, you know, we started in Cincinnati, and we kind of ran we had about 40 troops. We got to about 1,000 girls, but the internet was just coming in then, so we got massive amounts of mailing. Like we had some publicity nationally, not a whole lot, but it was word of mouth, and they kept asking about this program, and they wanted the program, and we're like, okay, you know, so we had to really make a decision around year 5. Do we want to stay a local group, or do we going to trust God and grow this? So that was a turning point for us. So that's when I kind of stepped in and my role was more focused on how are we going to do that. So we looked at different models like the Boy Scouts, but we also looked at faith-based things like MOPS International to figure out, and that's where we came with a charter system. Because what we wanted to make sure you could duplicate it and it would look the same from one troop to another, consistency. So that's how we started.
Gotcha.
And
The MOPS is at my
MOPS.
sister's part of that at the
Yeah.
school, but she always says that.
Mothers of preschoolers.
yeah,
Yeah, she does that at the school that she's at.
yeah. So it's a really good program, and it's a really good precursor to HG, because when your kids are 5, you age out.
Right.
So then where do you put them?
Right.
And then all the
American
adults have been
Girls.
working together, so it's a natural transition to start a troop.
Right.
Yeah. So
Right.
yeah.
I gotta ask you a funny question. Now that you guys obviously know us and you've seen our podcast before, what about the Green Outdoors? Because this is good for self-reflection. What about the Green Outdoors? Why were you willing to work with us? I guess would be the question.
I guess several reasons. We love what you guys stand for.
Thank you.
We do need a next generation to understand and appreciate the outdoors and hunting and the values around that. We've got a lot of young ladies out there that are eager and hungry to learn and grow in their skills with the outdoors. So, I think it's becoming harder and harder to find partnerships and alliances that are like-minded. And you guys stand firm in your beliefs, and you stand firm in just the skills that you bring to it, and you're honoring to God and all that you do.
Thank you.
And we want to instill that into our girls and even the adults. Our adults are needing training in several areas of the outdoor skills, and
Sure.
they want to grow in their confidence as well. And I
Right.
think that's something that you all can come along and do that in a really fun way.
That was very
Thank
cool.
Thank you. I'm excited about the big event that you're having this summer. Tell everyone else, because I know about it, but tell everyone about the event in July. And I'm so excited to talk about what we're going to be doing there too. But for those of you looking to start a troop, or those of you looking to join a troop, for those of you who want to get involved with the American Heritage Girls, this is some of the fun stuff they're doing. Go ahead and tell them about it.
Yeah, so this summer, July 2020, is our 25th anniversary national convention. It only happens once every 5 years. So typical girl in a troop could maybe go twice, maybe 3 times in her career in
Yeah.
HG. And so we're hosting this at Cedarville University, and it's all girl focused. We do have some excellent programming for the adults as well. There'll be some parent talks and things that they can go to and learn and grow in their own parenting skills or leadership skills. But this is girl centric. So talk about like cotton candy and floating pink flamingos and everything.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
I love
so
cotton
great.
candy.
Yeah. Just think girls running around campus. We'll probably sell out around 3,600 girls. So
Nice.
So it would be
So it's going to be a big, fun event.
big fun birthday party
We're going to be there, and we're actually going to have, what would you call it, a workshop?
workshop.
A workshop set up where we're going to be teaching girls how to fillet and cook fish.
Wow.
Exciting. I
Yeah, I'm pretty
expect
pumped.
that
I think
workshop
they're
to sell
gonna
out.
be
Oh.
super excited.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
going all out. I'm bringing a shark, so it should be interesting. No, I'm just kidding.
At Sturgeon.
Yeah, I know.
It's pretty cool us being a group of guys being able to work with American Heritage Girls, because outdoor sports are usually predominantly male. So to be able to work with these girls and
Yeah.
show them that they can be a part of this too,
Yeah.
and it's for everybody, not just men, I think is a cool thing.
We'll
Nice.
have some dads there too.
Nice. Yeah. They'll be the ones blowing up all the pink flamingos.
Yeah.
But with that, that's a good point too, Ryan, is the fact that the female demographic is actually the largest growing demographic in outdoor sports, though, from hunting and fishing, which a lot of people don't know, that little known fact. But beyond that, as well, is us to be able to connect on that level with them and teach that next generation, like you said, kind of bridge the gap between the two, that it's the females that are really coming into it. And 60%, I say it all the time, of hunting and fishing licenses are sold to white males over the age of 55. If we don't replace that demographic in 15 years' time, from 2020, in 15 years' time, that group, most of them, will quit hunting and fishing, pass away, or drop out of their conservation organizations, like Ducks Unlimited, Sportsman Alliance, those things. But they'll quit buying licenses first, because they'll quit hunting first. But as long as they're still healthy and want to go to dinners and stuff like that, they'll still be part of the conservation organizations. But as soon as they quit buying licenses, the funding that protects our natural resources, our waterways, our conservation efforts, our species sustainability efforts, that's a tough one. That's like Sally sells seashells. But all those different things, everything that protects our natural resources and our future of our ecosystem in the United States of America is funded from that model. And we don't have a way to replace it. So the more young people we can get involved, men, women, and the women are the ones taking up the big interest now, whereas they didn't always predominantly in the past. It's exciting for us to be able to inspire, encourage, and hopefully educate them in the process of being able to do it. And if we can make them laugh along the way, try and do that as well.
Right. So at the convention, with you all being there, what's so great about it, girls participating in that particular workshop, they'll go back to their hometowns all across this country and share about those highlights and probably just dig in deeper and, who knows?
Right.
So,
That retention, it's just like the badge program. Give them a taste, hopefully get them involved and get them moving. I'm really excited about the event. I'm excited to have you guys on the podcast today. I can't thank you enough. If someone wants to go out and start a troop, how do they do it? What's the steps?
just give our office a call.
Okay.
And we'll connect them with a troop coach and get that process started, get their troop chartered through a church or parachurch or Christian
Perfect.
school.
What's the website?
So it's, you asked me too quickly,
Sorry.
www.americanheritagegirls, is that what it is? .org.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't go-
AmericanHeritageGirls.org.
I just have a tab on my
Yeah,
computer.
of course. That's
You
us.
go to my computer, you click the
I know.
Anyone is welcome to come on out. So give them a call or check them out, AmericanHeritageGirls.org. It's very important to give our kids a Christian moral foundation that they can live on for their entire life. Check out Trail Life as well. If you've got young boys in the house, young girls, check out American Heritage Girls. It's very important we fight back. It says in the Bible, actually, that in the end of days, what is right will be wrong, and what is wrong will be right. And if you watch the news, if you watch anything, or you look at where this world is headed, you couldn't help but agree that that's exactly the place that we're in right now. And if we can counter it and turn more people to God and have stronger moral foundations so that they can be stronger later on, then these are the programs to do it. And I can't thank you guys for coming in. Coming up next, we're going to have 2 guests that are actually current American Heritage Girls members. We'll get to see what they think of it directly from the mouth, okay?
Exciting.
That's right.
Thanks so much, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
The Greenway Outdoors is brought to you by Ram Trucks, Motor Trend's back-to-back Truck of the Year, and by Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here.
Hello and welcome back to episode 53 of the Greenway Outdoors podcast. Okay, so we've talked about the American Heritage Girls. We've taught you a little bit about the organization. We've had the key members involved. And now what I want to do is I want to interview a couple current American Heritage Girls who are in troops right now. So we have Aoife and Bridget. Did I say it right? Nice, I nailed it.
Yes.
So Aoife, how long have you been in the American Heritage Girls?
I've been in American Heritage Girls for 9 years.
9 years?
Wow.
That's a long time. So you're 15, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you started when you were younger.
Yeah.
Who got you involved in it?
My siblings were in it before me, so I was looking forward to joining it.
Yeah, you were getting to see what they were doing and you
Yeah.
wanted to be a part of it too. Out of all the experiences you've had with it so far, what were your favorites?
Probably just all the camping in general. It's just a lot of fun.
Okay. Where do you guys camp at?
We've gone to several places. I've gone to Indiana. I've gone to a camp in Texas before,
Wow.
actually.
Wow.
That's a cool one.
You should move around.
Yeah.
So, tell me about the one in Texas. What did you guys do while you were there?
That was a leadership retreat, so we learned about all different types of leaderships and how to be a better leader. It was really a lot of fun.
Nice, nice. If you had one lesson that you like the most that you'd want other girls that are considering possibly getting into the American Heritage Girls organization, what lesson from that specific retreat did you like the most when it came to leadership? Like, which one sticks with you? Like that one thing that you think of when you look back at it. Like you're like, you know what? That lesson was really important to me.
I really liked their take on servant leadership and how while we're leading others, we still have to be sort of like Jesus did, and how we have to be a servant to others.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that is a good lesson. And as a team, the 4 of us here are considered all equals on the team. You know what I mean? We're all part owners in the company, and we all lead in our own departments. AJ's the leader from a director standpoint, Ryan from a producing standpoint, me from a God knows what standpoint, and Jeffrey's the hairstylist. But so we all have our own strengths, and that lesson that you pulled from there, I can guarantee will go a long ways, because if you're not serving your group, I promise you they won't follow you. And I can speak from experience in life that I can guarantee that one is very important. Now, Bridget, how long have you been in the American Heritage Girls?
About 7.5 years.
7.5 years? So who got you into it?
Well, my mom was just looking around for different programs to put me and my sister in,
Okay.
because we had just gotten out of Girl Scouts.
Okay.
And
Looking for an alternative.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we got in through that,
Okay.
and we met a couple people that were also in it. So,
You ended up digging it that way then.
yeah,
Okay. So what has been your favorite experience with it so far?
camping.
Camping?
Yes.
Where have you been? Now, are you guys in the same troop?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys have gone together. Did you go to Texas too?
Yes.
Okay. What's your besides Texas then? Tell me about the one in Indiana.
Well, there was multiple in Indiana, but
Okay.
one of my favorite ones was we went to Blue Springs Cavern,
Okay.
and we slept a night in there,
Okay.
and we
What
got
is Blue Springs Cavern? I don't know that. Do you guys know that?
I don't know that one.
I don't
either.
know that either.
Indiana?
Tell me.
well, it's obviously a cavern.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, we got that part out of the way.
Yeah, and there's different tunnels that you can go through.
Okay.
So we got to go get dirty in all the mud
Yeah.
and go through the mazes and that stuff. It was
Okay.
pretty awesome. We also got to go on a boat ride,
Nice.
It was,
You actually camped there, like in the cavern?
yeah, they had bunk beds set up.
Nice.
Of course.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Nice. That's pretty cool. Was it creepy at all?
Yes.
Yes.
They
You
said.
guys tell ghost stories? I'd go right to
No.
ghost stories. No.
No, we did not tell ghost stories.
Didn't want to scare anyone before bed.
No.
That's pretty cool. If as far as like so outside of the camping and outside of those lessons and stuff, what would you tell a little girl that was considering getting into American Heritage Girls? Like why would you tell them like you need to get into this? This is important.
Well, it builds lifelong friendships.
Okay.
Yeah, just the friendships that I've made
Sure.
have been amazing,
Right.
and
You'll have
yeah,
that forever.
Yeah, I'll have them forever.
How many girls are in your troop?
About 50.
50?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is the age range on that?
We have from kindergarten to 11th grade at the moment.
Okay.
Okay.
Kindergarten
Yeah.
to 11th grade. So, what is your favorite outdoor activity right now? If you had to pick one.
If I had to pick one, that is hard.
Okay, you can have two, but no more. I'm just kidding.
Well, I like canoeing
Okay.
and shooting sports.
Yes.
Like archery and
Nice. Nice.
gun shooting. It's awesome.
I heard from Kristi actually. She told me that someone from the American Heritage Girls that had graduated, one of the alum, is now trying out for the archery Olympic team.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that's a pretty big accomplishment.
Yeah.
So you
Give you
just
a new
fall.
goal there.
Yeah, now you got to beat her though.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you got to win. So you like the shooting sports? What have you shot? Guns and bows, or what have you
Yes.
shot?
Yes. I've shot.
Did you get to shoot clays yet?
Yes.
That's fun, isn't it?
Yes.
Did you hit any?
Once.
Nice.
Yes.
That feeling when it
all
explodes.
it
Yes.
It's so
That's all it takes.
satisfying.
It's
Yeah.
so satisfying. Now, duck hunting, to explain that to you, is just like that, but you get to eat the thing you shot. It's just like that, so that's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, Aoife. Is it Aoife? I want to make sure I say it right.
Aoife, yes.
Aoife, perfect. I nailed it. Tell me about, I know that you're actually a hunter,
Yes.
and so what kind of hunting do you like, and what has the experience been like so far?
I go deer hunting, and once I went rabbit hunting with falcons.
With
Whoa,
falcons?
that's
yes,
cool.
it
Falconry,
was a
nice.
lot of fun.
Nice, nice. Now, did any of your hunting or your shooting sports get you guys any badges?
Yes.
Okay, so what do you get for the hunting?
Specifically for the shooting sports, there's
Okay.
a shooting sports badge.
Nice.
And my dad has run badge days for that for American Heritage Girls. He's also run Hunter's Ed for American Heritage Girls.
Awesome, awesome. Now, we're going to actually be at the big summit, and we're doing, in July, and we're doing a workshop teaching girls how to fillet and cook fish. So to take fish from the water all the way. I like the excitement.
Aw.
Yeah, so we're pretty excited about that. We're going to do sharks. No, I'm just kidding. We're not doing
Yay! No, I do sharks.
Yeah, actually, that would be pretty cool. You need shark fin soup.
That'd be a long.
That would be a long process,
That would be.
especially considering I don't have the first idea on
Also
how to do
highly
it.
frowned upon.
Yeah, and I don't know how to do it. But besides that, I know that Aoife, you're not going to be there, even though we're going to be there. But, and this is a good example of the representation of the American Heritage Girls, where are you going to be?
I will be on a mission trip to Tanzania and Africa.
Okay.
Oh.
And what are you going to be doing there?
I will be helping high school age girls with their English.
Okay.
So we'll just be talking to each other, and I can help them with English. They'll
Nice.
just ask me questions.
Nice. Now, the parish you're with has done a couple trips there, correct?
Yes.
What are some of the other things that they've done while they're there?
They've done building projects. They've built churches and hospitals and
Nice.
teaching. And my dad has helped set up computers for people there to learn how to use computers, and that will open further job opportunities for them.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. That's pretty awesome. Are you going to be at the summit?
I might be.
You might be. Well, if you're
But
there,
now that you've heard that we're doing the fishing.
yeah, you wouldn't miss it for the world now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I hope that this gives everyone out there kind of a good representation of this group. The American Heritage Girls, we had them on today because I'm excited about the fact of what they're doing and how they're furthering hunting, fishing, conservation, empowerment of young women, and also, you two girls, we chose you because you're a great representation of what you can do. You know, you're going on a mission trip to Africa. You're extremely successful. You guys are very well spoken. You did a great job. Because this, I mean, imagine being 15 and 14 and getting tossed into a room with a bunch of
Yeah.
weirdos with headphones on and cameras moving around and
You
how.
would have barely been able to see over the table.
Yeah, I was. Oh.
Boom.
Yeah, he's right. He's right. Yeah, unfortunately, he's right. I grew after high school, though, so what's up? But I wanted to thank you girls for coming in today. Thank you, Kristi and Carolyn, for joining us today, teaching everyone about the American Heritage Girls. I hope that you listen to this, and I hope you, too, want to further your young women's education and will get involved with this great organization or get your kids involved in this great organization. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Greenway Outdoors podcast. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Also, remember, we are airing on the Sportsman channel at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every week right now on Saturdays with our Greenway Outdoors actual television show. So if you're listening to our podcast, you're like, wait, they have a TV show too? We do. It's actually most of what we do. So you should probably check that out. We talk about it quite often. Yes, check us out on NRM Streamcast as well, Carbon TV for this podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in, and stay green.
We hope you enjoyed this week's episode of the Greenway Outdoors. Check us out on NRM Streamcast, YouTube, Carbon TV, and everywhere podcasts can be found. Please submit all show ideas to thegreenwayoutdoors@gmail.com. See you next week. Stay green.